More than 20 NATO members will meet the military alliance target of spending at least 2% of their respective GDPs on defense this year. Now, this is as per NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg. The number of NATO allies now meeting the spending target compares to less than 10 members just 5 years ago. Across Europe and Canada, the NATO allies are increasing the defense spending by 18%. 23 countries are going to spend 2% of their GDP or more on defense this year. That's more than twice the number 4 years ago. Stoltenberg was in Washington for preparations for next month's NATO summit in the US capital. NATO's defense spending will be a major topic at the Washington summit. Speaking of the last 2 years, Stoltenberg said that more than two-thirds of Europe's defense acquisitions, about $140 billion, were from US firms. NATO's defense spending has become highly contentious in recent years. Former US President Donald Trump has accused Europeans of spending too little on their own security and relying on the US.
Today, we are able to publish new figures for defense spending. They show that across Europe and Canada, NATO allies are this year increasing defense spending by 18%. That's the biggest increase in decades. 23 allies are going to spend 2% of GDP or more on defense this year.
Meanwhile, Stoltenberg was also called for the NATO members to adapt its nuclear arsenal on the face of security threats from Russia and China. The NATO chief said that the members were consulting about deploying more nuclear weapons, taking them out of storage and placing them on standby. Reacting to Stoltenberg's claim, White House National Security spokesperson John Kirby has said that it would be irresponsible to not have those talks.
Look, NATO is a defensive alliance, and NATO countries are some of the most sophisticated in the world when it comes to military capabilities, and it would be irresponsible and imprudent if we weren't constantly talking to our NATO allies about how to make sure we can meet our commitments to one another across a range of military capabilities.